Hi everyone, this is Ray Rican, and I'm here. I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. I enjoyed my break a little too much. Started working out today, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about today something that's been bothering me. Well, I always kind of talk about it, but I'm going to show you some articles today about the negative coverage that the media did of Trump and how you could, like, I remember in 2016 they talked about how much the Trump got free press. He got free press um, coverage because they just wanted to cover Trump 24/7, and which kind of backfired on them in 2016. So I remember Jimmy Fallon patting Trump on the head and making him look like a regular person, and the media couldn't forgive um, the media couldn't forgive for that. So that's why we had resistance for years, and this is why. If you think it just because Trump's a bad president, so they were just covering him harder. I'm going to show you an article from 2017 that showed the differences in the first 60 days coverage, and we'll go from there. But so let's get to some of these articles. So here's the first article I wanted to show. Like I said, this is from December 27, 2017, talking about Trump. Trump media 3 times more negative than for Obama, just 5% positive. So here goes. Here's the chart, just so people could see it better. About the coverage. This is the coverage of the first 60 days, just so like that people could see. It's there was not much he could do in order um, for such negative coverage. But you can see with previous presidents, Clinton, it was pretty much split. Um, Same thing with Bush, and you can see where it changed is where it changed with Obama. And here's the problem, and the problem is it's just the media, changed their mask, and it's like they dropped the facade of being neutral ever since 2008, and forget it. Trump um, just triggered something in them that they just couldn't let things go. Talking about, they say an exaggeration's a lie, which technically it is. But if you're gonna say an exaggeration is a lie, then complete fabrication. Like if you like your doctor, you could keep it. We know those type of lies that that wasn't considered a controversy, even though Obama straight out lied to the American people. And you think they made a big deal about it? No, only just maybe Fox News, and that's it. So this article came out in August, like I said, and then you had the whole scandal with the Hunter Biden. What happened? Twitter, Twitter blocked it. Twitter even blocked the account of New York Post who was reporting the story. They blocked, so not just Twitter, but all the main channels: ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN. None of them covered it. If they did cover it, they said, it was hacked material, or they said that it was fake. Even though the Biden campaign wasn't denying it, matter of fact, other than Trump bringing it up at the last debate, the media didn't bring it up to him. They didn't question him about it. So, most of these people who voted for Biden, who just hated Trump, you voted for a guy that most likely is was bought out by China. So this is what you voted for, and just be aware that if Trump doesn't win his challenges, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get someone who's going to go back to, who's going to forget about America first, and he's going to go back to, helping out China. I'm not saying necessarily they're doing it purposely, but sometimes, they're helping corporations that want to make profits and put these jobs in China. and he's talking. I know they're talking about bringing back TPP, but all this. Anyway, rant. Focus about what I wanted to bring up with this stuff and how I was talking about all this negative coverage, all the hiding of Biden. This is all stuff that contributed to Biden having a chance to win. Look at, if they would have covered the Hunter Biden story at the end, do you think the election's different? If they covered that if they would have actually did their job as journalists and covered the news. Of course not. This is a totally different election, because you get people, as much as they hate Trump, they're gonna go, oh, I don't know, that whole thing that his son was making money from Ukraine, and worse, he made money off China, and it was, deals were struck while his father was flying to China, and he flew with his father to China to close business deals. That, to me, the fact that wasn't out there enough, just in conservative and right-leaning news. This is the problem with the media in general. It's people assume that they should vote Democrat because all they're getting is one side of the news. People like to attack Fox News, and let's say the new ones, Newsmax and OANN. They like attacking these news outlets. But here's the problem: you call them right leaning or right wing, which is understandable. They are, but on the contrast, the rest of the media is left wing, and if you deny that, I don't know what to tell you. And so I said, like this negative coverage from the left wing media, all they did was cover for Biden, because they hated Trump so much. And it's sad. It's sad that we were manipulated. There's people who don't follow politics but hate Trump just because the fact that the media was 95% negative of Trump. And it's not I don't care that they were hard on Trump, but you're going to see the contrast with Biden. You can already see it. There's already, someone asked him a hard question, and he's like, oh, why are you always screaming questions? It's like, really? And he chuckled with it, like if he was being funny. But in reality, this is what happens with Trump on a daily basis in his press briefings. So you're going to see, the kid gloves approach that they're going to do with Biden these next couple of years. And I want you to see that. And you're going to see me come on here and I'm going to complain about it, because you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it anywhere else in the mainstream media. You're not watching Fox News. You're not watching Newsmax or OANN. You're not watching none of those. And that's the problem. It's like, if you're only watching one side, you're getting in either way. If you're only reading left-wing sources or you're just reading right-wing sources, you're getting an incomplete picture of the story. And that's fact. And so I will come on here to rant about that stuff because it's what I'm passionate about. It's also what pisses me off sometimes. So I'll be on here complaining. Makes me feel better. And sometimes let's see what else I talk about on here. I mean, sometimes not talk about just politics, but it's what I like to talk about. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a good evening.